Hero Time starts now.
Hi, this is Derek Stephen Prince. I played Kenichi Joji on Digimon Adventure 2 and will be reprising the role in Last Evolution Kazuna. And you're listening to the Anime Mavericks.
From the land of crazy hairstyles and overly ridiculous weapons, it's time for the Anime Mavericks podcast. And now, here they are, your Anime Mavericks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Anime Mavericks podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. We want to thank you guys once again for joining us here this week on The Shades.
I'm Amy and Jake.
And I'm Kara Crystal.
We, of course, are your Anime Mavericks, and we're here to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. So, Mavericks, how we doing this week?
Good. I am so full of sushi right now.
Oh, lucky you. All right, Kira, how about you? How you doing?
Meh. Let's see, two things pissed me off this week. Windows Update can go fuck itself. And licensing hell can go fuck itself. The second one is for another. That second one is anime related, but we're not talking about that today. And I had a co-op interview yesterday. It was kind of last minute, but I was able to do it.
Nice.
I had to go there in person, but I think I did pretty well.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. As for myself, still recovering from the allergy attack I suffered earlier this week. I'm doing fine. The rash is gone right now, but it could come back. It's been up and down all week. I've been staying on my medication regimen and, took a shower with some Aveeno to help kind of deal with the itchiness. So I'm doing all right, but just thanks to the Benadryl, I'm still feeling it.
Ladies and gentlemen, allergies are never fun to deal with.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't do Benadryl. Yeah, a lot of allergy medication just makes me sleepy. Or just restless
Benadryl's
if I take it
notorious
at
for
night.
that. Benadryl's kind of famous for that for everybody, and yet it's the best thing for me right now. I need the strong shit because you guys, some of you guys didn't see how I looked on Monday and Tuesday when this thing hit full steam. Holy crap! It was like 90% of my body was covered in red bumps.
Ew.
Yeah, it did not look pretty.
Yeah, it's a severe reaction.
That doesn't sound good.
We still don't even know what caused it. That's the worst part about it. We don't know what caused me to break out. Like, it literally came right the hell out of nowhere. So, yeah, fun week. If after all this medication, it still comes back, I'm going to have to see a specialist. I pray I don't do that because we haven't even got my new our insurance fully set up. I mean, we have it, but we don't have all like a primary care doctor that's set up. So it's gonna be a pain in the ass to set that up if I have to do it.
Ew.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Anyway, that's enough gross shit for the day. On tonight's show, well, I said that, and yet tonight's show. Tonight's anime.
Say that.
Kara Crystal's pick, and I will explain. You will understand what I mean when we get to that. It will all make sense to you.
Yeah, time for something spooky.
Spooky being the operative word there.
I was trying to make it sound like James H. and E's. You know how sometimes he does that? It's fun.
And then later on tonight on AMTV, we've got a pretty heroic AMV lined up for you, and it may very well be the greatest AMV. You'll see what I mean. But first, it's time for everyone's favorite topic. It's the anime news of the week. And of course, starting us off as always is our anime informer, Yamayaji. What do you got for us this week?
I have I guess licensing and ownership information. Because yesterday, AIC, Anime Junction Company AC announced that they've concluded an agreement to transfer partial ownership of some of their existing properties to Toei Agency. So the two companies are now sharing joint ownership, and some of these titles now include the Megazone 2-3 franchise, product Hades Project Zeomir, I want to say that looks like. Dangayo, Bubblegum Crisis, Gal Force, and everyone's favorite from our generation, the Tenchi Muyo franchise. So that's cool.
Also, if you listen, you might have if you notice, I think I see Matty J's ears perking up at the mention of Bubblegum Crisis.
I have to show this for Mike because we used to be pretty obsessed with Tenchi Muyo. We had a chart at one point with the timelines.
How could I
So you could
forget? I
find
was there.
what each part was like.
Yeah, for those of you who were not here back in the early days of the Geek Fighters and the early days of Reviewtopia, Angie's husband goes by the Navigator online, and we originally brought him in to the Anime Mavericks as the subgroup and not the podcast, and because he was doing a show called Anime for Dummies. It was a really good show, but he couldn't keep it up after a while. It was just too much going on in his life, and things just he just wasn't enough for him to do, so he just moved on, and he's off doing his own thing now. But during that time, we brought Angie on for the podcast. So he still kind of floats around every once in a blue moon. He's been known to pop in every once in on a full blue moon. You can hear him pop in every now and then. Doesn't happen often, but it's still nice to hear him around. That being said, so yeah, and one of the videos he did was he did a big old set of videos on the Tenchi franchise, and I remember seeing the chart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I tune in and out, but it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, cool, Tenchi, because it's still going.
Yeah.
And I think it pops up on my VR feed, so him or his brother have been watching it along with Gundam and everything.
Yeah. Tenchi Muyo now being partly owned by Toei. I don't know how I feel about this.
It's Toei agency. I assume they're obviously it's got to be a branch of Toei in general, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that the fact that Toei in any capacity, because Toei Animation, not just Toei's Toku side, not just superhero time, but even their Toei Animation have had a rather hit and miss history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, they've produced some stuff like, they've had their hands in some big works like One Piece and Dragon Ball and things like that, but let us not forget what other show they worked on.
The one you don't like?
Yep. So forgive me if I'm a little skeptical.
No. It's warranted.
And this is also on the fact that we're still waiting because apparently Studio AIC has been working on a sequel to Pretty Sammy, the spin-off series featuring Sasami as a magical girl. And now Toei has the run of it, has part run of it. That's a red flag to me.
Yeah. And I'm the magical girl guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I had to survive through the second OBM school day, and I freaking hate that. You don't want to know.
Fair enough. Anyway, so we had a lot of mecha mentioned here, and believe it or not, mecha, once again, just like when the Monk was here, and Kira brought this up, yeah, like when Monk was here, we seem to have a theme going for the news, and I'm going to tell you right now, I did not plan for this! We actually had a different story in mind for Angie's story, but this came up, and I'm like, this was more worth talking about. So now we have an unintentional theme of mecha anime in some capacity with the news, and that continues on with Kira's story. Kira, what do you got for us?
Well, look who's throwing their hat back into the ring of live-action anime movies. Ladies and gentlemen, the people who are going to be putting it on the Mobile Suit Gundam movie, Netflix. announced on Monday that they will stream Sunrise and Legendary Pictures live-action Hollywood Gundam movie. We don't know if it's based on a timeline or not. But however, there is some bright spots to it because it's going to be directed by the same guy that did Kong Skull Island. Forgive me if I botch his name. Jordan Walk Roberts. I can't pronounce that.
I'm gonna
That first
assume it's Jordan Vo Roberts. I also could be very wrong, but yeah, one of those names because I hate when they have that GT in the end.
Yeah. And it's gonna be both written and executive produced by someone named Ryan K. Vaughan,
He
who is
did stuff.
known for Why the Last Man, Ex Machina Runaways. I've never
That's,
heard of any of those.
I've heard of Runaways. I heard that was pretty good, so there might be some hope for this.
I've heard of him as an author. Yeah.
Yeah, he's comic book author Brian K. Vaughan will write the script and serve as an executive producer for the film.
And the vice president of production, Cale Boiter, aka the executive producer for the Detective Pikachu movie, will oversee the project.
Now that gives me some hope, because I will say Detective Pikachu was a damn good movie. If he's helming this, if he's working, if he's overseeing this project, that's a good sign. Because that tells me this is somebody who understands geek culture at least to some extent. Doesn't guarantee a good movie, but it gives me hope.
Mm-hmm. I'm still knocking on wood on it, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, obviously, I haven't read his with Vaughn. I haven't read his independent stuff, which is is Why the Last Man. It's like I had to look up and double check. It's like he's not part of it's like because I've read Runaways and yeah, I think he's part of the the good part of like the early stuff.
Mm.
uh, like when they first started that series. So this might be up. I think it would be up his alley. So
Yeah. And also having Jordan Vo Roberts as the director and producer, also a good sign because special effects are definitely going to be very heavy in this movie. I mean, we're talking about giant fucking robots. All right, you're going to see if I don't think we're going to have the budget of Pacific Rim, but you're going to want to have something on that same feel.
Well, it is legendary. It is Legendary Pictures. Right now, they're pretty much hitting it out of the park with Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, so there's a lot in favor of this movie. But it doesn't guarantee anything, but whoever decided to make this a thing is putting a lot of chips into this one. They want this to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel like it's a cash grab to me.
Unlike that other one. Unlike that other live action abomination. We don't talk about that.
No. Anyway.
I've seen previous Gundam movie spec scripts even before. This can't be worse.
Yeah, I think we can relax a little bit. But that being said, now time for my story. Ladies and gentlemen, hell doth frozen over. I never in my life thought would reach this day. Most of you already know where I'm going with this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Macross is coming back to the West. This is not a drill, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the presses. Pigs are flying. Hell is frozen over. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. The end is die. The end is die. Fucking run away. The end is die.
No, game fan. No, we did not. This came up last thing, but yeah, Big West, Studio Nue, and Harmony Gold announced on Friday that the companies agreed to allow the immediate distribution of most Macross television sequels and films. The agreement was signed on March 1st, also confirms that Big West will not oppose the Japanese release of an anticipated upcoming live-action Robotech film. Big West will no longer contest Harmony Gold's USA exclusive license with Tatsunoko for the use of 41 Macross characters and mecha designs in the Robotech television series. They have agreed to cooperate on the distribution of future Robotech and Macross projects. So basically, they're saying, okay, fine. You guys keep the license. Can we just work this shit out so we can actually make money off this thing again?
And remember,
So they
ladies and
finally
gentlemen, it was
worked
Harmony.
out
It was, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's because of Harmony Gold that we don't have any of the Super Robot War games and a bunch of other
so they
licensing issues.
yeah, basically they finally all worked out a deal where everyone's palm gets greased to an agreeable measure, and hopefully their first thing they license will make enough money that we get more of this. So let's see.
It might be a case of too little too late with how long they've been fighting each other over this. So basically, for
Yeah.
those who don't know the history of this, and thank you to ANN for putting this out. So basically, Studio Nue launched the franchise in 1982 with the original Super Dimension Fortress Macross. And they worked with advertising agency Big West and the animation studio Tatsunoko at Productions as partners. You know, I think most of us know who Tatsunoko is around here. They spawned 3 different television series, several theatrical films, and several video series. Some of which I've actually seen. Macross Plus, actually, I believe they played that on Showtime back in the day.
Weird channel to put it on, but okay.
Yeah. And there also going to be a new feature film later this year. Now, overseas, Tatsunoko licensed various rights to the first Macross series, as well as to other anime series, Most Beta and Southern Cross, to Harmony Gold in 1984. Harmony Gold, of course, edited and rewrote the 3 shows into its 85-episode Robotech series in 1985. And they produced 2 sequels of their own, Robotech 2 Sentinels and Robotech The Shadow Chronicles. Harmony Gold also signed 2 live-action Robotech motion picture deals in 2007 with Warner Brothers and 2016 with Columbia Pictures, but none of the films have been released. And in a 1991 agreement, Tatsunoko granted Harmony Gold the exclusive right to exploit 36 episodes of Macross, 25 episodes of Most Beta, and 23 episodes of Southern Cross for 10 years. The companies extended the agreement in 1998, 2002, and then 2019. This is where shit hits the fan because in 1998, Big West filed a lawsuit against Tatsunoko claiming it, not them, had the rights to make sequels for Macross. A 2003 court decision ruled in favor of Tatsunoko, notably saying that Tatsunoko had the right to license Macross to Harmony Gold, but Big West retains the rights to 41 of the original designs used in this series. As a result of these proceedings, Tatsunoko and Harmony Gold's agreement in 1998 revoked Harmony Gold's U.S. right to make sequels to the 3 shows in question, but the 2002 agreement restored them for Most Beta and Southern Cross. And then a 2003 agreement restored Harmony Gold's right to make derivative works of Macross, except with the designs owned by Big West. And then Tatsunoko disputed this agreement in its counterclaims, but the court held the agreement as valid. And this is where Harmony Gold's iron grips comes into play, because as a result of the litigation, Tatsunoko asked Harmony Gold to protect Macross's trademarks outside of Japan, and agreed that Harmony Gold could deduct legal fees from royalties paid to Tatsunoko. So basically, that's why now we have an understanding as to why Harmony Gold had such an iron grip. Tatsunoko said, "Hey, we'll take the money out. We'll take the money for legal fees out of your royalty payments. Just don't lose the trademark. Just make sure you hold on to that trademark with every fiber of your being."
So, in basic term, one giant clusterfuck.
Abso-fucking-lutely. But now, that's why Harmony Gold's been so hard in grip, because they had to be. But it still sucked, and this whole mess was something that needed to be solved. And finally, we're going to be seeing full-blown Macross coming back to the U.S. with a new film, new series. They're finally ready to strike while the iron's hot. I was actually worried it might be a case of too little too late, but after reading the story, yeah. This is the right time to finally bury the fucking hatchet and end this shit.
Finally.
Yeah, this was insane to see how this planned out. Holy crap. Actually, Game Fan Harmony Gold did dub a few episodes of Dragon Ball. You don't want to know how bad that turned out. Yeah. Nobody, you can never bitch about Funimation's dubbing practices again after you've seen the Harmony Gold dub of Dragon Ball.
It makes Philippine dubs of some anime look good. And Philippine dubs is cheesy as hell.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. This is why I don't give Funimation as much shit. Oh, I'll call them out when they fuck up, but I'm a little more lenient because I remember the dark days. I remember the early 90s and how bad anime dubbing was back then. I will deal with this shit with the occasional fuck up if it means I still get good anime every once in a while. Anyway, that's our news for the week, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to get on to our pick for the week. It is Cure Crystal's choice this week, and either it's gonna smell like roses or we're gonna have to flush this fucking thing down the drain. Not sure which way we're going just yet, because today we are taking a look at Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. And you thought all those puns were just for shits and giggles. Yes. I gotta have to do the puns, don't I?
You didn't have to. You just really wanted to.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's too easy. Come on. It's not, low-hanging fruit here. All right. So I assume most everyone has got their episode loaded up. It should be interesting. It should be an interesting one to say the least. Oh boy. Some tells me it's not going to be nearly as disgusting as we make it sound. It's just the name. The name screams.
And again, it's Japan. They always have weird names for things.
Again, not wrong. Not wrong at all. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Have your episodes loaded up and ready to go. Let's do this. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, Episode 1. Hanako-san of the Toilet. In 3, 2, 1, play. Seven Wonders.
I'll never get this part of Japanese school lore.
How many of these urban legends? How many of these urban legends does the same crap?
Yeah, I'm getting Bloody Mary vibes up in here.
I know, right?
Yeah, I saw her in the girls' bathroom.
This
Okay
is me,
then.
This is me now. I freaking love this intro.
Yeah, I'm already bobbing my head.
Earworm alert!
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting on the fence on that one myself. Yeah, this definitely sounds like it's earworm alert potential.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Mhm.
Uh, the answer is don't think about it. Oh, this show. So basically, we're following Full Metal Alchemist rules here, right? Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck.
So it's the Japanese version of one of those girls' magazines.
Who do you think you are, Katarina?
Ow! Dick!
Ow!
Boo!
Wait, that's not the ice. No.
Oh, this
I
show.
feel ya, honey. I've got thighs.
I am liking the voice cast so far. I got you there.
Gotcha, bitch!
Oh, this show. Yay! Oh, this show is so cute sometimes.
It's also a very small town.
I got the feeling this is about to blow up in his interface.
Why am I worried?
Yep. Let's see if I know cliches correctly. Yep.
Oh, tomatoes and cucumbers.
The hell was that?
Maybe she should have made him a salad with the vegetables.
Oh, she's the only one who could see him, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that old cliche.
There's even a guy in there. Okay. She's strange and unusual.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, this show. This show is just too much fun sometimes.
Oh my god.
Shenanigans. The old cliche. See, according to my book, that's 7. Oh my, such a good boy. Oh, crap.
Ooh. Yeah, just
Girl, you,
listen to him explain.
girl, you have issues. Big time.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. And suddenly we enter the opening to a Kingdom Hearts game. Anybody else see it too, or is it just me?
A little bit.
It is kind of trippy, though.
Maybe. You're a fish, sweetie. That's good. Mm,
I can't tell if that's an unintentional Family Guy joke.
Ooh.
Oh, this just got dark.
Literally. You turn on the black.
Oh, that was easy.
Ah. That's on you.
Yeah.
Breathing, breathing.
Uh,
Huh?
Huh?
that's one, that's one way to take that phrase in.
Here comes the shipping fuel. Anybody else here scribbling
Oh,
or typing?
kind of like her.
Yeah, I could hear typing.
Oh goodness.
The show.
God damn it.
Are we gonna have lots of not quite Rambo related water gags now?
So, interesting show.
It is. It really is. And it gets more wacky, and ridiculous from here on out.
Well, yeah, if this is where we're starting at, I would assume so. I will say I like the art style. Very unique. Really pops.
Yeah. It's like a watercolor painting
In a way,
in some way.
it is. I can kind of see that.
And the characters they're just that much like, they're just so likable.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe, especially with Hanako. He's like, he seems like a trickster, but at the same time, you kind of tell he's got some heart to him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, being voiced by frickin' Justin Briner didn't hurt things either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I heard. I as soon as I heard this, I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice. That's frickin' Deku.
Yeah, and hi, Tia Ballard. How are you?
Yeah, that was Justin Briner. Yeah, but still, like, I like the setup for it. You know, Ghost that doesn't exactly. He kind of grants wishes, but moreover, he just kind of sets things in motion for people to get their wishes granted on their own. But as he helps them along, he still granted them the wish, and thus the price must be paid, even if that price is just giving her a job working for him now.
Shenanigans and hijinks ensue.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw the name, I saw the like some of the key animations and the posters. I was like, yeah, this is a comedy. Like, I could tell this was gonna be good for a laugh. And I kind of agree with Guts that this kind of like a lot of this setup kind of reminds me a lot of Noragami, which is not a bad comparison, honestly.
No. It's no, he's right.
Yeah, I got a very big
Is it weird I want fan art between the two series now?
I'd be amazed if someone hasn't already done it.
Yeah, how'd it go with Yato, Iori, and Nene?
Yeah, all we need is the Yukine.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it on the watch party.
Yes, because this is Watch Party Violent. In fact, it's already on the list, and you can probably Kira, you probably already know who suggested it.
Hi, Crunch.
Yeah, I double checked before the show. Yeah, he put it on the list a long time ago.
Yeah, it was actually because of him that I chose this as my pick. I was curious about this show.
Speak of the devil, it does see appears.
Huh?
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
You got pinged.
Oh, good lord.
Well, Guts, that depends on what day we end up landing on this show, but I'm sure he'll try to find a way to make. Yeah.
Who knows? It could be the pick on Monday. The randomizer is very fickle. Again, how many times have we seen a show here that ends up on the watch party?
That's honestly not that big of a surprise, considering how long we've been doing Anime Mavericks / Rising Sun. I mean, that's gonna happen with how many anime we go over.
True.
It's not like we've only just started this show and that keeps happening. Then I'd be a little more sus. But no, we've been doing it. We've been doing this podcast for freaking over a decade now.
True. Sure.
Good God, have it really gone to this long? Jesus Christ! I just thought about that.
Good lord.
Yeah. Again, some of you guys might not know, we've been doing the Rising Sun podcast, now the Anime Mavericks podcast, has been on the air since 2000. I want to say at least 2009, like late 2009. So we've been at it for almost as long as I've been doing videos.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Because we started the podcast not long after I had left the anime radio stations that I used to work with. And and we try to set all that up. So yeah, it's been that fucking long. Still that and all the memories we've had, all the fun moments we've had on this show, and now we got one mad one more because yeah, I think I already know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Bottom line, would we watch more of this, Angie?
Yeah, I think this could be it'd be fun to watch every it'd be fun to watch a few episodes every once in a while. Yep, seems cute.
All right. Cure?
You don't need to ask me. You already know my answer.
Yeah, fair enough. As for myself, abso-fucking-lutely. I think this would be a fun show to watch. I'm honestly, if I see this name come up on the watch party wheel, I'm gonna be looking forward to that day. I will say, if this is the beginning, if this is a taste of things to come for this series, I think we'll be in for a good day that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll just have to hope it comes up soon. But regardless, all right, that was. Speaking of the wheels, because that was Kier's pick tonight. Next week, or 2 weeks from now, it's Viewer's Choice Night, which means that you guys get to decide what the hell we watch. I pray for our souls.
It's just me or the randomizer wheel for that one getting smaller.
It kind of, sort of. We could use some more suggestions, and that one any show's viable.
Well, it doesn't make sense because, I was one of the key contributors, and now I work here.
Yeah, but regardless, if you guys do have any suggestions for anime you'd like for us to check out here on the show, the suggestion form is located in the About section below, or you can use !AMP in the Twitch chat to pull up a link there as well. Remember the rules. Only official websites or YouTube channels will be accepted. No straight comedy, shoujo, or drama anime. Those are very difficult for us to rip. 10 to 30 minute episodes only. First episodes only, unless you have a damn good reason otherwise. And remember to provide a link to the anime along with the series title on the off chance your link goes dead. And I just realized I need to pull up something here I forgot to set up for the next show. Oh, no, wait. No, I forgot. Different setup now. But regardless, it's time for us to switch it over and see what's happening on AMTV! Yeah, I forgot. That's why I switched over to this screen for you guys, because I now play the video directly in OBS instead of going through a separate player, because I'm good with that. Regardless, tonight's AMV, very action-packed, very heavy. And it will feature the greatest heroes you'll ever see. You'll see what I mean as we take a look at today's video here on AMTV.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. You'll feel a dream, can't you see, getting closer. Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall, it's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watch
I tell you that A&V goes beyond Plus Ultra. The Greatest Show by Hand of Gret is the anime there featured tonight. Woo! Powerful AMV on that one. Of course, anime choice My Hero Academia. Always a fun series. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it by now. Looking forward to seeing season 5 when it inevitably makes its way to Tsunami. Oh, that's going to be fun. And of course, the song of choice, The Greatest Show from the movie the same name by the cast of the movie. You know, I never knew Hugh Jackman was such a talented singer.
What happened?
I'm interested to see him in an actual, like, on Broadway musical. I mean, he's supposed to be he's going to do a revival of Music Man, and I'm interested in seeing him in something, in an actual musical as opposed to a musical. So I will see that and report back to you whether he's I'm sure he's fabulous. It's just I didn't like this movie bored me at parts. This song slaps, but other parts of the movie bored me.
That seems... Yeah, I think there was a couple of good songs. One other good song that came out of this one that I've seen floating around, but that's about as much as I've heard about this movie. Just the rest of it is just kind of meh. But still, if you got a good song, you fucking use it and you make some damn good AMVs out of it. I've seen a ton of great AMVs and like 2 different songs off the soundtrack. So take what you can get. Also, shout out to Voice for the suggestion on this one. That was a good choice, my friend. As always, you've always had a good taste in AMV, sir. Oh, man. Love doing this. Love showing these off. That being said, if you guys know of any good AMVs that you think should be featured here on this show, once again, link to the suggestion form is located in the About section below, or hit !AMTV in the Twitch chat to pull up there as well. Also, Voice in the chat, he's hiding in there as well. Rules are simple. Only AMVs will be accepted. They must come from their original sources, whether it be the creator's official YouTube page or their page on animemusicvideos.org. And be sure to provide all relevant info for the video in that submission form as best you can. So if your link goes dead, I'll know what to look for. Usually, if it goes down to one place, I can usually find it in another. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here tonight on the Anime Mavericks podcast. We hope you guys had a fun time tonight. If you enjoyed tonight's show and you haven't done so already, make sure you give us a follow to keep up with all our streams and more. And if you can, subscribe to get access to our exclusive Twitch emotes, our VIP Discord channels, and our loyalty badges. Speaking of Discord, if you have not joined us on there yet, please do so. We are very active. We love to talk with you guys. Always so much fun. And while you're at it, consider giving us a server booster. Better audio quality for the streams and a whole bunch of benefits for you guys, so check that out. But in the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always here on RVTV. We are your Anime Mavericks, and we will continue to bring you all the anime news, reviews, and interviews that you crave. On the Shades,
I'm Angie.
And I'm Kier Christo.
and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
Special thanks to my patrons like Voice and a Frozen Traveler. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.